Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving back into a story that's been pulling at our heartstrings.
Bai Qian sent the little black snake back to the place where she had picked him up. She told the little black snake that she had picked him up here and it had been so many days now that he wanted to leave. Bai Qian was just very sad. If even he left, she would probably have no one to talk to in the future. Bai Qian put the little black snake down and went back to the hut alone. At night, Bai Qian was no longer accompanied by the little black snake. The Hua came to the hut and looked at Bai Qian,
who was sleeping. The Hua felt reluctant to leave.
The Hua slept beside Bai Qian, thinking in his heart that her, an unmarried girl, had actually slept in the same bed with the prince of the Celestial clan for 3 months. If he didn't marry her, no one would marry her. Thinking about this, the Hua actually fell asleep beside Bai Qian with a smile on his face. Yanxi was staring at the Yuking Kunlun fan in a daze.
Jinni Beast came to see
Yanxi anxiously asked Jinni Beast if he knew where her elder brother, Li Yuan, was now since he had not seen him since the battle. Jinni Beast told Yanxi that Li Yuan was imprisoned by Li Jing in an extremely cold place in the Wing Realm. Bai Qian took the little black snake to the street.
But she didn't expect that black snakes were taboo in the mortal world.
The fake Taoist priest had always been resentful of Bai Qian for not being able to snatch the treasure fan.
Using the black snake, the fake Taoist priest incited public anger.
Not only did he push Bai Qian to the ground,
he also wanted to set fire to the black snake.
Bai Qian used her body to block the black snake in front of the basket. When Yanxi saw this, she was about to help. But the golden lion beast stopped her and asked her to take a good look at what was in the basket. Yanxi looked closely and found that it was a dragon. The Hua's black dragon flew into the sky. Everyone was so frightened by the sight of the real dragon that they knelt down in worship. The Hua sprayed water to punish the fake Taoist priest. Bai Qian was not frightened when she saw the Hua's true form. She just said to the black dragon, "So you are actually a dragon." "But you are so big! How am I going to raise you in the future?" Although the Hua did not speak directly to Bai Qian, he was determined to let her wait for him and that he would return soon. For the first time in 10,000 years, the Hua felt emotional. He went to his third uncle and asked him what to do. His third uncle gave the Hua some advice. He felt that the beauty trap and the hero trap were not suitable. However, his third uncle suggested the self-torture trap, which made the Hua's heart move. Bai Qian saw the Hua and quickly helped him into the hut.
Bai Qian took good care of him. Seeing the wounds on the Hua's body, Bai Qian burst into tears.
The Hua asked Bai Qian's name, but Bai Qian had lost her memory and always thought she had no name. The Hua gave Bai Qian the name Susu, and Bai Qian liked it very much. At night, Susu slept in front of the table to let the Hua recover better, and gave her bed to the Hua. After Susu fell asleep, the Hua carried her to the bed and covered her with a quilt. The next day, Susu went into the woods to pick some herbs for the Hua, but she got lost. It was already late when the Hua found her, so they had to stay overnight in the woods. Susu was upset and asked if she was bad enough because the little black snake she had raised had not come to see her since it left. The Hua felt sorry for her and consoled her by saying that dragons were an ancient race of gods, appearing in the mortal world mostly to slay demons and monsters, and that dragons couldn't stay in the mortal world for too long, as this would affect the fate of mortals. After hearing this, Susu felt less sad. Li Jing was drinking and having fun in his bedroom with beautiful women around him. For 70,000 years, Li Jing had been surrounded by beautiful women, but none of them could compare to Xiyin in his heart. Li Jing looked at the women around him, always wanting to find a trace of Xiyin in them. Yanxi came to find Li Jing, and Li Jing asked her if she had found her elder brother Li Yuan. Yanxi pretended to be depressed for not finding her elder brother, and gave the Yukin Kunlun fan to Li Jing. Li Jing was very excited when he saw the fan, and grabbed Yanxi and asked her if she had seen Xiyin. Yanxi told him that the fan was picked up by a woman in Junji Mountain in Dongwang. Li Jing suddenly remembered that Si Yin once mentioned that she and her senior brothers would go to Jungi Mountain for fun when they went down the mountain. Li Jing suddenly realized that maybe Si Yin would be in Junji Mountain. When Li Jing went out, he saw Zhuan losing her temper with her maid.
Li Jing ignored Zhuan's meaning. Zhuanvi saw that Li Jing had been cold as ice to her for 70,000 years.
And she found that she could never win back Li Jing's heart, no matter what. Li Jing went to Junji Mountain and searched for Si Yin everywhere like crazy. But he couldn't find Si Yin. Li Jing came to the bamboo forest with the Yuking Kunlin fan. The Hua's fairy barrier made Li Jing unable to see the thatched hut at all. The Hua noticed Li Jing's arrival and appeared in front of Li. Li Jing saw the Hua and thought it was the resurrection of Lord Mo Yuan. The Hua said that he was the prince of the Celestial clan. When the Hua saw Li Jing holding the Yuking Kunlin fan, he knew that he came to find Si Yin. The Hua told Li Jing that after the battle, Si Yin and Lord Mo Yuan both retired. Li Jing never believed this statement. The Hua asked Li Jing to return the fan. Li Jing did not find Si Yin and left disappointed. The Hua returned to the thatched cottage. Susu accidentally burned the rice. Susu was frustrated and said that there was not much rice to begin with. The Hua comforted her and said that he would find food for her after he recovered from his injuries. At night, the Hua carried the sleeping Susu to bed. As a result, Susu accidentally woke up and was surprised to see herself sleeping in the bed. The Hua explained that Susu would always climb into bed by herself in the middle of the night. Susu actually believed the Hua's words. The Hua did not let Susu get out of bed. Susu lay beside the Hua, feeling a little embarrassed, but at peace in her heart. Fenggu was playing with peach blossoms in Taikan Palace when Siming Xingjun came to visit her. He told her that the emperor was a deity who cared nothing for worldly affairs and that the gods of the land would not give anyone face. The gods privately said that the emperor was a deity fit only for a wall. Fenggu had been there for several days, but still couldn't see the emperor. Siming Xingjun offered Fenggu a suggestion. He asked her to pick a few beautiful peach blossoms and bring them to the emperor himself. He would then praise the blossoms and lead her to the emperor, giving her a chance to thank him. It happened that the third prince Lian Song was also at the emperor's place. Lian Song and the Star Lord Simo Ming worked together to bring Feng Zhu to the emperor. Unexpectedly, Chang Yu also came to pay her respects to the emperor. The four of them talked back and forth in front of the emperor, but the emperor ignored them and walked away indifferently, leaving the four people looking at each other in bewilderment. There was only a little rice left in Susu's thatched hut, so she used the rice to cook a bowl of porridge for the Hua. Helplessly, Susu had to tell the Hua that there was no rice at home. The Hua thought that Susu was worried about the winter, but Susu was worried that although she had saved the Hua, she could no longer support him. She timidly asked the Hua if she could leave. The Hua told Susu that, since she saved him, she must repay him. He asked Susu if there was anything she wanted. Susu looked at the Hua and told him what she was thinking. If he really wanted to repay her, she should repay him with her body. The Hua was stunned.
Susu told the Hua that she lived alone on Junji Mountain, without a father or a mother.
And she didn't know where she came from or where she was going. She just hoped that someone could accompany her. If the Hua insisted on repaying her, she should repay him with her body. The Hua was delighted to hear Susu's request. He had thought he would have to endure a few more days of self-torture to slowly build a relationship with her. But now that Susu was actually going to marry him, he was naturally overjoyed. Susu told the Hua that although she had no parents, marriage still required a ceremony. The Hua decided to take Susu to the market to buy some things. He wanted to give her a warm and unforgettable ceremony.
Susu asked the Hua anxiously. She only had a thatched cottage, and the Hua agreed to marry her just like that.
She wondered if the Hua really wasn't a marriage fraud. The Hua was amused by Susu's expression, asking Susu that it was she who asked to let him pledge himself to her. Susu told the Hua that no matter what, she would not despise him. The Hua looked at Susu's serious face and was deeply moved. In the thatched hut, Susu was wrapped in a red veil, with a shy look of a girl looking at the Hua lightly. Although the Hua was about to marry her, Susu still had some worries. She asked the Hua what would happen if he found out in the future that their personalities were incompatible, if his family did not agree to the marriage, or if the Hua was already engaged. The Hua did not intend to lie to Susu, but now was not the time to tell Susu everything. The Hua just told Susu that his family situation was very complicated. The Hua seriously promised Susu that, since he married her, Susu would be his wife for life. Susu only said one sentence. "As long as you say it, I will believe you." The two bowed to the heavens and earth in the East Desert. Susu told the Hua that she had a clear distinction between love and hate. If the Hua ever betrayed her, she would abandon him and never see him again.
The Hua teased Susu, saying that this would fulfill his own wish. Susu angrily rebuked the Hua, and the two finally became a formal mortal couple. The wedding day of the Hua and Susu in the mortal world is also the day when Sujin gets married to become the Queen of Heaven in the Heavenly Palace.
Sujin tells her closest maids that everything she does now is for the purpose of marrying the Hua one day. Zhuan secretly gave the military talisman to Yin. Zhuan knew that now even Li Jing's beloved sister had betrayed him. She would become the person closest to Li Jing in the Great Ziming Palace. Zhuan came to Li Jing wearing Si Yin's clothes. Li Jing was drunk and looked at Zhuan's in Si Yin's clothes. His longing for Si Yin became stronger. He could not tell who was in front of him and just thought it was Si Yin. He hugged Zhuan tightly in his arms. Susu tried to make a roast chicken for the Hua that morning. Susu, unfamiliar with cooking, set the thatched hut on fire. She quickly ran inside and pulled the Hua out, heartbroken. The Hua, to comfort her, blindfolded her and used his magic to extinguish the fire and restore the hut to its original state. Susu, upon seeing this, thought the Hua was a demon. The Hua wanted to test her, wondering what she would do if he were truly a demon. However, Susu showed no fear of the Hua. She calmly told the Hua that, regardless of whether he was a demon or a human, she was married to him and would remain with him forever. The Hua hadn't expected the seemingly frail Susu to possess such a strong character, and his love for her grew even stronger. Susu mistook the Hua for the golden lion beast. She was worried that the little black dragon she raised would come back to cause trouble for the Hua. Susu was anxious to take the Hua away. The Hua was amused by Susu's anxious look. The Hua knew that if he told Susu that he was the prince of the Celestial clan, it would definitely scare Susu. So he had to explain that he was just a mortal who practiced magic. One day, Susu and the Hue went hunting in the forest when the Celestial Emperor and the Emperor unexpectedly arrived at the Hue's chambers. Upon learning of this, the Hua was too late to explain to Susu, and had to return to the Celestial Palace. The Celestial Emperor had come to order the Hua to accompany Sujin to meet with the leaders of the various tribes, hoping to win over the various factions and unite them to suppress the rebellious mermaids. In front of the Celestial Emperor, the Emperor, and Lian Song, the Hua stated his ambition to become a wise ruler. The Hua refused to be tied down by romantic affairs. He pleaded with the Celestial Emperor to grant him another 20,000 years to cultivate. The Celestial Emperor worried that the Hua might not want to marry Chinque's Bai Qian. The Hua cleverly concealed the truth and saved himself with the Yuking Kunlun fan he had retrieved from Li Jing. The Celestial Emperor ordered the Hua to immediately accompany Sujin to meet with the various leaders.
The Hua worried that his sudden departure would worry Susu, believing that a day in heaven equals a year on earth.
The longer he stayed in the Celestial Palace, the more tormented Susu would be waiting in the mortal realm. Lian Song, perceiving the Hua's thoughts, waited until the Celestial Emperor and the Emperor had departed. Lian San asked the Hua if the 20,000 years of training he had requested from the Celestial Emperor were a way to spend the rest of his life with that mortal. Lian San underestimated the Hua's feelings for Susu, and the Hua earnestly reassured him that he not only wanted to be with her for this life, but for all eternity. Liansong had never seen the Hua so serious about a woman. Liansong had to warn the Hua that if he took that mortal to heaven, the celestial emperor would make her wish she were dead. The Hua knew that the heavenly emperor had placed high hopes on him since the day he was born. If the heavenly emperor knew that he had fallen in love with a mortal, Susu would be like his uncle had said, wanting neither life nor death. As the two were debating what to do, Liansong discovered Su Jin, hiding outside. Liansong hurriedly stopped the Hua, not wanting Su Jin to hear what he had said.
Now that the Hua has revealed his true form. And what will Yanzi do with the newfound knowledge about her brother? Let me know all your theories and thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching with me today. If you enjoyed this recap and want to see what happens next, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. We appreciate your support more than you know. Until next time, take care.